Hello and welcome to Makers Monday. I'm going to be filming this in various different segments because basically there's quite a lot of different bits and pieces around the place. So apologies if I change outfits or anything else during the time, but just grabbing what time I can basically at the moment. So I have moved on with my big old sort out and discovered two other projects that I missed. So one is this one. I need to knit up some of my frozen yarn. This is available in my Etsy shop. Frozen Frosty Mornings I think I called it, Frosty Mornings. This is available in the Etsy shop, tethenbrun@etsy.com, and that needs to be a pair of my Kutch mittens. Again, another pattern that's available on Ravelry Love Knitting and things, and it's elbow length fingerless gloves. So that's going to be that. That's a little thank you for somebody who's done something for us quite a while back now. The other project is something I bought at Wonderwall not last year, year before, and it's this little crazy coo. And I bought it in some lovely greens for my, and this is West Yorkshire Spinners Blueface Leicester DK, and it's lovely. It's a really nice soft yarn, but yeah, I have a little crazy coos in it, and I wanted to knit one for each of the boys really, because they Will particularly likes his knitted toys. So yeah, that is designed by Sarah Heap for Sheep Knits. There's the details there. Hopefully they'll come out the right way around. And clear. So that is that. Two other knitting projects, and then there's a commission to work on, which I have finally, I think I've matched up the grey yarn, because I was panicking because I didn't have enough grey yarn left, but I've got one that's nearly the same. So hopefully I'll be able to get working on that one very, very soon. If not tonight, to be fair. Now then, I'll insert some pictures here. This is what the desk started looking like. And this is now what my desk looks like. And if I talk you through all the projects I've got planned, sort of over here, I can then put the boxes away. So I'm going to have a little rearrange, and I'm just going to blast through a few boxes. Okay, box number one then. We have some tire print fabric, which is going to be a brindle day and twig hoodie for the boys. We have some cars and some farmyard fabric. I love this farmyard tractor fabric. So cars, lovely tractors, and this is going to be a made by Jack's mum Woodland Wanderer coat. Some little circles of terry toweling and waterproofing and cotton. That's going to be a little secret surprise project. I've got in here a load of old jeans and some clips, which are going to be a pair of dungarees for me, just using up some of my old stuff. I've got this gorgeous camping fabric, which I have plans for a cocoa. And there's some black fabric in there as well. I think there might be a black cocoa in there as well, enough for just. I've got all sorts of little bits of cottons, fat quarters, tractors, hungry caterpillars. There's some dragonfly purple stuff hidden in there. That is going to be Oliver and S bucket hats. I have then, two more bags in here. All the bits and pieces to do some more free range over trousers. I've got some blue ones and some purple ones in my future. We've got, now, I've got some fabric in a very rustly package. I'm very sorry. Bigfoot fabric. And it's flannelette. Currently, I haven't got any child's flannelette or solid fabric trousers patterns, I don't think, that are big enough for Will. Definitely got some big enough for Matty, but not for Will. So what I thought I'm going to do is use the free range over trousers pattern, because it's made for a solid fabric, to make trousers out of the Bigfoots. And last bag in this box is the cocoon dress, which is a simple sew pattern. I think I'd probably end up doing the sleeved version. And that is going to be in that lovely woodland fabric, which is sort of a cottony type fabric. So that is box number 1. Okay, box number 2. It's probably more easy to show you like this because this is kind of how I stacked it. So down the bottom here, I've got my bedroom curtains, and there's a purple throw in there. So that's going to be a cover for the bed. This is going to be a Made by Jack's Mum hot coffee hoodie for me, just for snuggling around the house. I've then got the solid interfacing, some car fabric, the robots fabric, the space fabric, some woodland fabric, some Woody and Toy Story fabric, Star Wars fabric, plain fabric, and then this knitted like cable jersey I've shown you before in the burgundy and the mustard. Haven't quite decided on the burgundy being in this pack yet. Burgundy might be stolen. And some clear plastic fabric. These are all destined to be storage boxes, organisers, bags. I'm sure there's a few other cottons hidden in there as well. But I've got some more cottons to show you in acquisitions that's going to be in that box as well. So that's all sort of bags and storagey things, and then one fleece and a jumper. So box number 2. Okay, box number 3 then. These are the ones that normally live pretty much next to my desk here, but have been for ages just piled high with absolute unbelievable amounts of stuff that I've just felt really overwhelmed with. So doing this has been really quite cathartic. So I've got lots of different jersey fabrics. So there's these lovely cars, there's a bit more animal fabric, a bit more plain blue, Marauders map fabric, a bit of Minions in there, and there's another one to add into this one. These are destined to be Made by Jack's Mum harem pants and Explorer t-shirts. So that's that one. Then under the desk, I haven't piled all these out because there is an absolute stack of old jeans under the desk. Under the desk is where they will stay for now anyway. But I'm going to make them into fabric, and I am going to make James a Landgate, Merchant and Mills Landgate. If I get a chance, I might even make myself one. And then for the boys, let me get this out. I'm going to make them this here, again in denim, the sailboat top, and I think that'd be quite a nice, good outdoors, roughy tufty, don't care really what happens to it type pattern for the boys, and then the denim should stand up to quite a lot of wear. So that's for the denim. I've got 2 fabrics here. There's a very thick black lycra, and then there's the little teeny grey elephants. Next to it, boink. Nope, wrong one. Ooh. There for another set of patterns that I believe are at the back there. So these 2 should be in box number 4. I'll add them to box number 4 in a moment. Now, I've got a whole heap of little linens in here, different ones that I had for the wedding, and just some plain linen. And this is going to be a Simplicity Dotty Angel dress. Something along those lines. I've got 2 of these Dotty Angel dresses, bizarrely, and they're slightly different. So you never know, I may end up making one of these and one of the other ones. Who knows? Eventually. Maybe not straight away. Given how little crafting time I seem to get. I've then got the Blackwood cardigan, which I intend to do in this lovely cable knit here, and then whatever's left over from that will go into the bags and storage. So whatever leftover fabrics I have, I've got some patterns for doing sorting the leftovers out. And then I've got this black, drag it all out, black cable jersey here, and this pattern book, the Lotte Jansdotter Everyday Style book, and I plan to do the Esme tunic and the Pilvi coat. I haven't marked the actual pages, stupidly, so it would be a case of flicking through and hoping to God I land on one. Pilvi coat, there we go. So the Pilvi coat can be made in a variety of fabrics, and I think I'm going to make it in that black fabric, that knit fabric. I think that'd be rather nice. Bit of interfacing on it to give it a bit of structure. But that is box number 3. So eventually this will be the only box next to my desk. Nice little wickery one here, if it survives the onslaught of all of this. So I don't know if you remember that, but ages ago, before I even had Matthew, I cut out goodness knows how many of the Made by Jackman aviator hats. Here they are, all 350 million of them. No, I've got maybe 3 in here, 3, maybe 4. So anyway, there's definitely a child's one, couple of adult ones in there. So yeah, they need to be sewn up. That'll probably be one of the first projects I get on with because they're already cut. I've also got some Katie Barcelona joggers, again ready cut, so something to quick and get on with. I've then got this lovely spotty cord, needle cord, and I think it's going to make a great York pinafore. York pinafore is another Helen's Closet pattern. So that's for the spotty cord. Then the metamorphic dress and gypsum skirt. I plan to use this lovely blue and this, maybe as an underskirt for the thing, but that will be for my metamorphic dress and my gypsum skirt, initial ones. Boink, boink. And I believe this is purple linen and some green linens. I believe I've got enough maybe to make another gypsum skirt and metamorphic dress in the linen as well. So that's why there's no pattern in that one, but that's another one for those. Okay, so this last bag then is a heap of jersey fabrics. So I've got TARDISes, I've got turtles, so Terry Pratchett turtles with the world balanced along, the disc world balanced on the back. I've got some, so there's turtles, I've got knitted, pixel knitted sort of colours, there's some buzzy bees, and there's some hedgehogs. And then there's all the little soft side elastic. And what I plan for these are some Tilly and the Buttons Agnes tops. Possibly for me, possibly not. And for any leftovers of this jersey with the soft edge elastic, I'm going to have a go at the Maxine pants pattern. I'm going to sew up some pants. Make use of all the leftovery bits. So that is box number 4. So that is all the projects, patterns, fabrics. It's quite a lot really, isn't it? Do you think I'll get them done this year? I don't think so. I think I've just maybe outlined my next 2-3 years worth of sewing. That's a lot. And then there's more to come. So, that was all the boxes. Now on to what the lovely delivery person bought me this morning. My name is Ellie. I have a problem with acquiring fabrics and yarns. But look, it's Gruffalo and Stickman. How fabulous is this cotton? This cotton is absolutely beautiful. It is such a wonderful quality cotton. And I just love the Gruffalo. I absolutely adore the Gruffalo. So I'm going to have a storage box made out of the Gruffalo for me. Definitely for my forest school stuff, you know. and then I will have some bags and some storage boxes available in the shop at some point through this year in Gruffalo fabric. Now, this again was intended for a little one for William, but it was also intended for the shop. I may end up doing a big box for William because he went, oh, choose, my choose. And look at the tools. So it's all of the Thomas, a lot of the Thomas engines anyway. And he loves it. He does love the shoes. And again, really nice quality cotton. So that's going to be storage boxes and bags. And then there's more Gruffalo. This Gruffalo is stretchy. And I thought this Gruffalo would make some fantastic baby harem pants. So I'll be doing these probably from age 1 upwards. I think the boys might have to have a pair. Which means basically I make them for William and eventually Matty will grow into them. I know that sounds kind of mean. But if I make up the smaller ones and sell them, I kind of make back some of my costs on all this fabric. And it means that my making clothes for the children is a little bit more sustainable. Yeah, and it's just basically my time that goes into it. So, yeah. But then, yeah, so we've got some stretch fabric, which is going to be harem pants and possibly some Explorer top sleeves or middles or something. And then some cottons. So that's my acquisitions for this week. So, patterns. I have a pattern now to release probably this week, I think. May aim for maybe next Friday. So I've got a pattern to release then. I've also got 2 other patterns that I should be looking for test knitters. They're currently with the tech editor, but I should be looking for test knitters hopefully really shortly. As soon as I get them back from the tech editor, I can correct them, do all the bits and pieces I need to, and then send them out for test knitting. So if you're interested, pop on over to the Ravelry group, and there will be 2 hats this time, and a applique hat and a snowflake hat. I think are the ones that I've sent off for doing this time. And the coniferous hat is the one that I've got for release at the moment. So yeah, we've got 3 patterns underway. I am probably a good halfway through writing up the hazel shawl. As soon as that is done, it'll be written instructions initially. I just need to find the time to sit down and chart it. God, I wish I could find something that I could just literally copy and paste lines of instructions into to make a chart. It's finding the time at the moment. I literally do not have the time. So if anybody fancies charting it out for me, give us a shout, please. I would pay. yeah, so there's the Hazel's shawl there that's almost written up in written instruction format. So once that's written up, I'll send that over to the tech editor and at least get the written format up and going, because it is a rather lovely shawl. I do like it. I have got it here actually. This Hazel's shawl here. So the one that won first prize at the show, Dravach gardening show last year, on their craft tables. So little leaves there at the bottom, and this is in River Knits yarn Indian Giant Squirrel, and I love this yarn because it really doesn't pull. She dyes in such a way that she doesn't get huge great clumps. It all stays nicely variegated all the way through. So this shawl's nearly written up. I've got other shawls that I'm working on still, and some other patterns and things that I'm working on. But yeah, so 2 test knits coming up, 1 release coming up, and another one being written up, ready to go to the tech editor sometime later this month. Exciting times. So, a little bit of finished objects then. Knitting. I just need to trim the ends, but we have 1 sock with a heel. We have 2 socks with a heel. I'm now hoping that they are not too ginormous. They look really rather large. But hey ho, they are done. Trim the ends, they're all sewn in, they just need to be trimmed off, wrapped up and posted. So Dad, your Christmas socks are done. Ah dear. So yay, the socks are off the needles. I can start knitting other stuff again. Hurrah, hurrah. So that means I can replace the socks in the project bag with this nice little bit of wool. And the other bits of wool are already downstairs, I believe. And get on with another project. Now, a couple of finished items over the side there. I have done a bit of mending. Mended some trousers for Will, who bust through the butt of his one of his sewn pairs of trousers that I sewed him, and a bit of my overlocker missed in my. I'm very new to using the overlocker, and I haven't had it out since we moved here. I need to get that out. I need to get going on it really. But that's for a child-free day, and they don't happen very often at the moment. But there was a bit that my overlocker had missed. So there was a hole in the leg of my pyjama trousers, so I've done that, and I've sorted out the fact that the pockets were unbelievably tiny, and actually put some decent sized pockets on them. So yeah, yay, that bit's sorted. I've done that in the last couple of days, and it's still very fluffy because I haven't picked all the fluff off the outside of it. But there is another one of, should I try it on? Yeah! Another aviator hat. This is a made by Jack's mum pattern. I think I'm going to put a popper on that. It is not for me, I hasten to add. That's the reason it's quite large. It is for a friend. But yeah, another aviator hat. Done. I did skip the top stitching there, and I'm kind of regretting that. I top stitched James's and the other one I did for William, and it looked rather nice. Kind of regretting that stage, but with all the projects and things that I've gone through earlier on in this episode, I've still got a few more aviator hats to do. There's 2 more adult sized ones in this flannelette. I think I've only got one hat's worth of this. I don't know though. Maybe. No, maybe there's 2. No, there's 2. There's 2 hats of this middle stuff to sew. Oh god, the fluff goes everywhere. Yeah, so there's 2 hats worth of this fluff. Sherpa fleece, sorry. get the words right. Sherpa fleece left to sew as well, so that's good. They're all cut out. And then I think in this bag, I do believe, excuse the rustling. Yes, another tartan one. Child-sized tartan hat. I think it's a largish child. Hang on. Oh no, small adult. A small adult sized hat. So we shall see how that comes out. So we've got small adult, 2 large adult, and 1 finished one. So hopefully I'll just whiz through those because they are already cut out, and cutting out is a bit of a pain for me at the moment. I think the next thing is I'm just basically going to work through my baskets and just slowly tick my way through them with whatever takes my fancy at that particular moment in time. I must admit, that spotty needle cord, sorry, got to get it out again. The spotty needle cord is kind of calling to me. I have had it a very long time. I got this from So Lovely in Penarth when I still lived Cardiff direction. Lovely little fabric shop. I believe it's moved since I went there as well. So I mean, you know, this is we're talking quite a while ago. But yeah, this lovely needle cord, and it's got a York pinafore in its future now. I did have an hour about making trousers out of it, but no, I think a York pinafore is definitely the right way to go. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this vlog, please give us a thumbs up, consider hitting subscribe, and hopefully I shall see you all again soon. Bye.